Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Inspired by Workouts. So today I made a chicken soup. I did a healthy version and I really wanted to show you guys. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this down here and show you what I did here. So basically I boiled these chicken legs for like 3 hours with the skin and everything, and then I'm going to be cutting them up and shredding it. And then I went ahead and cut up some onion here, and then I minced some carrots. So actually, I'm just gonna use my hands to shred the chicken here. This is the broth. The broth is like amazing. Sometimes, this is gonna sound really weird, I know, but sometimes I use chicken's feet for the bone broth, but I just decided to use this because it's really good and I don't like using bouillons. So this is the turnout of the broth. It's beautiful. Now it's like season change, so things are gonna pop up like colds or flus, or sometimes you just crave like a really good soup and you don't want like a lot of sodium, and something that's like natural, that has the actual like vitamins in it, like collagen or whatever, and the fat. So I'm not putting the skin back in, so I am going to take that skin off. Like I said, I boiled this for 3 hours. So I'm just shredding the chicken and just putting it in there. I used 4. You can use as many as you want. I'm sorry that you can't see my head right now. I just wanted to show you an up close. And yeah, I have my hair back in a bun. I don't like really cooking when my hair's down because it's like super long. So I'm just like shredding these with my fingers because it's like basically falling apart. Like it was an actual leg and it just like came apart because I boiled it for so long. So I'm just gonna pop that in there. It's gonna be like really chunky. I like having this in the morning too because it's just really warm. Sometimes you wake up and you're cold, your body temperature is like just starting to get used to you when you're waking up, especially if you're in a cold climate or if you have your AC on, if you're in a hot climate. So I want to also make sure that there's no bones. If you have like small children, you want to make sure that all the bones, you just want to feel it out and make sure there's nothing in there. Um, Everything's just falling apart very nicely. Okay. Let me see. Got that there. All right. That's a good piece there. This is full of a lot of protein. You got your garlic, your onion. I chopped up 2 onions. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff in there for colds, flu. When I had a flu a couple of months ago, I drank this. I made it and I was having it every day and it made me feel so much better. You can also squeeze lemon in here as well. That adds as another good alternative, another good, how do you say it? Another good element in your soup. So I'm just peeling that off because look how it's just like falling apart. And I use the one with the bones because the bones have the collagen in it and like a bone broth, right? Okay, I'm gonna move that wood away from there. That's not too smart. I know you guys are probably like, why do you have that on the stove? I just have it here because it's easy to work with. I don't want to be like dragging stuff across the counters and getting the counters like all oily. So I'm just like pressing in there to make sure there's no bones. You can also freeze this. I made like a really big batch because I like to have my bone broths in the morning. Yeah. All right, this is the last one. See how that just falls apart? Like I could literally like just put it in like that. Depends how you like it. Like if you want to put it in, just like that. You could, it would just naturally fall apart in there. I just like to check if there's any bones. All right, and then I'm just gonna discard this, like the bones here. I'm not gonna save them. Okay, so now I got my water boiling. I am going to add my carrots that I minced. I did that in the food processor. I should have done that with a spoon because you don't want the hot water to splash on you. And then I chopped up 2 onions. Love onions. They give so much flavor. Just gonna add that in there. Okay. And then I went ahead and peeled a whole garlic. So I have like a lot of garlic here. I did a whole head. I like using a lot of garlic, but because for flavor, because I did not put a bouillon in here, so I like using garlic and onion as flavor. And then sea salt. Oh my gosh, that almost the garlic's jumping everywhere. So I just get like a grater. Looks like a cheese grater, or you can put it in the food processor. But I just wanted to like show you guys how I'm doing this. And then I'm like pushing it in there because I don't want it to fly everywhere. So I want to get like a good grip on the garlic. I'm actually gonna lower that. So when I cooked the chicken legs, I forgot to tell you is that I used distilled water. I will be putting the description down below of the recipe. I don't use the tap water for that. And that steam's getting really hot. I'm actually going to do it in here. The steam's getting hot. You can actually burn your finger that way. Yeah, and I put it on really, really high until it started boiling. And then I lowered it and then I let it simmer. So I let it like boil on a high heat for like 20 minutes. And then I turned it down and I covered it and I let it simmer for 4 hours. And then it just turned into like a beautiful broth. So nothing beats home cooking, right? Just gonna mince that in there. I should have just used the food processor. Okay. It's gonna be like a lot of garlic. Can also add a little bit of olive oil. Sometimes, like when I put my serving, I use the MCT oil. Like not in here, but on my own serving, just for that extra fat, like for the energy. So whatever your preference is, and then I just eyeball it, like when I season it. I don't know if I'm gonna put all the garlic in here because it seems like a lot. I think I did too much today. I think that's actually good enough. If anything, I'll just add more later if it needs it. I don't think so. So I will actually let this boil for another 20 minutes and then it should be done. And like I said, you can freeze it. Just use it whenever you want or store it in the fridge. So yeah, that turned out to be like a lot of garlic. So I'm just gonna put that in there. Can never get enough garlic, right? Okay, now I'm gonna add the salt. I have the Greek sea salt. So I just like eyeball it. And then I'm just gonna mix it with this. See how that turned out? Doesn't that look good? That looks so good, right? And it has like so much vitamins, nutrients, protein. I mean, it's good for lunch. I don't know about a dinner, 'cause sometimes you need something heavier. But yeah, if you liked my recipe, let me know in the description, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like it and share. And if you want any other ideas, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now. Mwah.